Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Wristlocks and Long Talks podcast. My name is Jamie. I am once again joined by the wonderful Lauren. Hello, my lovely.
Hi.
And we have got another special episode today. We have once again got a predictions. I don't even know what we're going to call this. This is just a thing now that seems to be happening. We need to think of a name, I've decided.
Yeah.
But we have another show coming up very, very soon. It is Friday, the 4th of July. And at time of recording, I don't even know what date we are. Oh, we are on Sunday, the 29th of June. So it's very, very, very fast approaching. So we thought we'd better get a wiggle on, get it recorded, and then it's out before the actual event. Because otherwise, knowing me and you, it'd be out like a week after the event happened. And
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be coming out 2 days before, but you can't buy tickets. So don't have a go at us for late notice because it's already sold out. So you should have bought them weeks ago.
yeah, I mean, every single Salford show so far, I mean, we were just saying this, like, there've been, 5 shows, and they've all sold out, like, majorly in advance, which is absolutely incredible for the fact that it's a brand new, so to speak, company. And yeah, so absolutely amazing. I mean, I did a podcast with Bentley a few weeks back. It is out on the channel, and we were actually discussing on that, here's where you need to go to buy your tickets. This is what you need to do. And I think when we recorded that, there were 5 tickets left. And I said to him after the interview, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we got off this and they'd all sold out? And that is actually what happened. So, yeah, you can't shout at us.
Usually go on sale, though, because if anyone's watching this and is peed that they can't get there on Friday, they usually launch their tickets at on the day of the sale. So if you want to come to a Salford show, have a look on Friday because you'll be able to get tickets for the next show.
Yes, normally they do put out a link pretty much straight away after the show for the next show. And fun thing, if you are attending the show, make sure you look at the match card that they put out on your chairs, because that has a little QR code in the bottom that usually gets you a discount on the tickets.
Yeah.
So always good to have a look at that and do that. Yeah, so shall we get started? Obviously, you're the one that's usually more prepared in these scenarios than I am. I just come along and talk bollocks. But I am kind of prepared this time.
Yeah, I know nothing about what's going on. So Manchester's your side. Ask me anything about the Liverpool promotions and I'm there. I know what's going on.
I like how you say Manchester's my side, mate. I ain't got a clue what fucking goes on in my own house, let alone anything else.
But yeah, you're the one that sort of arranges the merch stalls and stuff at Salford, so you have more of a link than I do with these guys. So yeah. For once, I have no notes. I have nothing. I'm flying on a wing and a prayer because my memory can't remember shit. I've been at all but one of the Salford shows.
Yeah, I think you've only missed the one.
But ask me about anything that's happened and my memory is so sketchy, but I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone flipping.
I think me and you being the people that have to try and remember things isn't good, because between us, I think we've got maybe one working brain cell, like on a good day.
Yeah. I remember Birch being an arsehole, and other than that, my memory's sketchy.
Yeah, still a big arsehole, so,
He is back on Salford, though. He's not managed to get himself banned yet, has he?
He is not banned yet. However, we will, seeing as we've mentioned Dave, we will mention the first match, which obviously Bentley did talk about when he came on the podcast, which is the 5-way match, which obviously contains Bentley, Dave Birch, Jack Barron, Philip Michael, and Alex Boylan. Now, these men...
Philip Michael's in that match, because otherwise it's just all the bees. It's Birch, Boylan, Bentley, and Barron.
I did not even notice.
Why put Philip Michael in there and ruin my fun? Come on.
Well, I will pass along the annoyance when I am there on Friday. But obviously this match has come about mainly because these 5 gentlemen all came up around about the same time. They all obviously trained together. They were good friends. And then obviously things have happened where, Philip Michael isn't wanting to be a Zuba weight anymore. And, you know, Jack's obviously trying to get him back to the Zuba weights, and you know, Dave is happy attacking people like Big C, and you know, which is why Alex Boylan got involved, because obviously he was trying to attack Big C after the match. So Alex came down for the save. It is just all a big clusterfuck of what on earth. But looking at it in the sense of, right, it's now a 5-way match for them all to just beat the living hell out of each other and then hopefully be friends again.
Hopefully.
I don't know if that's going to work.
I have hopes that 4 of them may be friends again, but I feel like Dave Birch has lost the plot. Like,
so slightly.
I love that man. He is such an incredible talent, but his attitude since he's turned up at Salford has been absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
I get where his frustration's coming from. Like you say, he's come up with these 4 guys. They're all being quite successful. The Zuba weights have been really good. Bentley's got or had multiple titles. Boylan, I've seen with at least 2 titles, I think, in recent history. And Birch has held 1 tag team title for 2 defenses. And I don't understand it, because he's
an amazing talent.
He is, and I don't know why he's not in the title picture more, because he wins matches.
Yeah.
It's just like whoever's putting these shows together isn't seeing the wins as strong enough to put. I don't know. But I really hope that Philip Michael does get something out of this match and does see that Jack Barron's heart's in the right place and it pulls them back together, because the Zuba weights are one of my favourite tag teams ever. Like, Jack Barron's just an absolute superstar and a blast from the second you see him to the minute he walks out the door. And him and Philip just go so well together. But yeah, it's really going to be an interesting one, that 5-way, because there's so much, like you say, there's so much going on in there. So many emotions, so many personalities, so much talent as well.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm hoping people don't stand in front of me again. Gav.
What? Wait, I don't think we're bringing the other giant this time, so there's only 1 tall person.
Oh, I'll tell you what then, right? Gav can be in charge of Alana, because I am unfortunately having to bring the 5-year-old, because she's been begging me since the first show to take her back to Salford.
Aww.
So I asked very nicely if I could bring her, and they said yes. So I was like, I was hoping you'd say no. Like, God damn it. So yeah, I have told her though. I did say, like, Auntie Lauren and Uncle Gav might be there. So if they are, don't annoy me while I'm trying to do merch. Stand with them out of my way. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So you're on helping babysitting duty. As long as you don't escape into the ring, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You never know, though. She might do. She's a bit strange. So come on then. Who is your pick for the 5-way?
I think Baron is going to get too invested in getting Philip Michael back on side, and I think Bentley's going to take it. My pick would have been Baron, but I think the issues with him and Philip are going to distract him too much, and he's going to be too bothered about getting his friend back.
Yeah.
To win. So yeah, Bentley.
Okay. Gav, I'll ask you soon as though you're there listening. Who's your money on for the 5-way?
Tom.
Philip Michael.
Yeah, very cool.
Fair enough.
Has a friend called Tom that looks the absolute spitting image of Philip Michael.
I remember you telling me.
Whenever he sees him, he just calls him Tom now. And Philip's just accepted this now, and now answers to Tom when it's shouted in Gav's voice. So
So nobody else try it. It just works when it's Gav. I mean, looking at all the talent you've got in the match, there's, I honestly think that it could go to any one of them, but I am going to push it more to Birch only because I think he's got that fire lit up inside him. He thinks the world owes him something and he is going to take it no matter what. So whether it's by legit means that he does it or nefarious means, I think he's going to be the one to pick up the win.
Yeah, that's very possible. I think nefarious means is very, very possible.
Yeah, he still has our chair.
I was going to say, has that not been raffled yet?
No.
He's hurt numerous people with that chair now.
So. Returned to Salford City and it hasn't been seen since.
Yeah. So I'm scared of if he brings that chair out because it
move this time. Don't let him hit you again.
Yeah. Oh no, if it hits me this time, I have permission. I'm allowed to punch him.
Okay.
The refs have told me I'm allowed. I listen to the referees. Okay, so moving on then. Another match that has been announced. We have 2 women's matches that have been announced. Big up the women. I mean, obviously, Salford's roster isn't a huge roster, as we know, but again, it's just starting up. They're on like the 5th show, so obviously it's going to build over time. But the roster they've got is a good roster, and these 4 women are incredible. So our first women's match that has been announced is Lily Winter taking on Harley Harris.
See, the last Salford show was the first time I have actually seen Harley Harris.
Same.
I've heard a lot about her. I know a lot more about her stablemates from Hellbound. And I was damned impressed. She's not afraid to take any prisoners.
No.
She's out there. She's enjoying herself in everything she does, but she's putting up a fight, and I can see her pushing Lily to the limit.
Oh, definitely.
Lily's definitely not going to take kindly to her attitude and the sort of fun-loving sort of thing that she's got going on. So yeah, I think that's going to be a very, very interesting match, and I'm very excited to see it because every time I see Lily, she just keeps getting better and better. Her attitude needs to change, but then it's one of those. She also has incredible entrance music, which is one of my favorites. So
I was going to say, every time she comes out, I just hear you singing next to me.
The amount of times I've announced her in the ring and I've literally had to stand there like, you can't sing, you can't sing, you can't sing. But yeah, I do enjoy Lily Winter's matches, and I think Harley Harris is going to be such a complete opposite to her.
Yeah.
That I think it's going to be a very, very good match. I think Lily is going to get frustrated, and I think Harley's going to end up sneaking a pin. I think it'll be a very, very even matchup, and I think Lily's just going to get peed off. She's going to start throwing a little tantrum, and Harley's just going to get a little schoolboy roll up, and that'll be it. Game over.
I mean, could we possibly see some slight interference from the other 2 ladies, seeing as though, Lily has got this sort of team going at the moment with Natalie Sykes, and obviously Alfie brought in Harley Harris as, a bit of a backup against those 2.
They were in a tag match last show, weren't they?
So it was obviously Alfie and Harley against Lily and Natalie. So could we see maybe some interference from either Natalie or Alfie potentially causing a distraction for a win?
He's that unhinged. I wouldn't put anything past Alfie, and that little bear is conniving.
Dee Dee is a terror.
Adorable,
but a terror.
So yeah, it's possible. I I also think their match is going to be incredible. Again, I think Natalie likes having things her own way.
Yes.
And she, in a match with Alfie, that never happens. Because, as I said, Alfie is so unpredictable, and you've always got the little voice of Dee Dee sort of muttering away in her ear. Even when she's trying to be nice and trying to be good, Dee Dee's always got this little, why don't we just do this? Like, so I think both of those women's matches are going to be very, very interesting. And I don't know your perspective on it yet, but I personally think I'm going to go for Alfie and Harley picking up the wins.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can completely see that. I mean, I'm gonna go Harley over Lily, only because, kind of like you said, Lily is gonna get frustrated. She's gonna get wound up. She's gonna get annoyed to the point that Harley's gonna be able to like get the quick victory.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that happening. I agree with you completely there. For the Natalie and Alfie match, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a big factor that Alfie has got Dee Dee there, because, you know, she does become a bit unhinged and a bit warped when she listens to Dee Dee. I don't know if that's going to have any impact. I don't know if, you know, like Lily and Harley, I don't know if they're going to get involved, if, you know, anything's going to happen in that match. It literally is a very close one to call. I mean, I might have to give it to Natalie though, but I'm not 100%. It's literally like a 51-49 sort of thing. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because
To be fair, I think
angry.
out of the four of them, I think Natalie is the veteran, as far as I'm aware. She's got a lot more experience than the other three. So if anyone's going to be able to keep her head and get the job done dealing with the insanity of Alfie, probably is Natalie. But yeah, I don't put anything past that bear.
It's the bear. It's always the bear. Okay, so we're going to move on from the women's matches now. And we're going to talk about, I don't even know what he's calling himself. To me, he's the court jester for Mr. Troy Ryan. It's Jensen Vesper. He's somehow pushed himself into this fucking monarchy, and I don't even know why. Like, I think he just wanted to have some form of spotlight. He now has it.
Oh, he's always looking for some form of spotlight.
It's true, but he has now drawn the ire of Salford himself.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson.
That's
not something you want to do.
No, it's not. See, a lot of the Salford fans, if they're not wider fans of wrestling, will have quite a skewed view of Jack Johnson. He's at home, he's in his comfort, he's proud of where he's come from. He's happy to be working in his hometown. Like, he loves representing Salford.
He does.
The Salford City fans see a very different side of Jack Johnson than we see across most of the rest of the country, especially when he comes over to Liverpool.
Yeah.
When he's over in Liverpool, he tends to have rather an attitude and a chip on his shoulder, and gets very angry very quickly, and has a very nasty streak, which I don't think we've particularly seen in Salford yet.
No, I mean, we have seen him get angry at like Troy Ryan, at 18, you know, we've seen that, but we haven't seen how he can be. Like you said, you know,
the scrappy side of Jack Johnson, where he will do anything. And with how Jensen Vesper has been behaving, with how he's treating the Salford fans, with how he's spoken about Salford, I think we may see that side of Jack Johnson, because he is fuming. And I don't think Jensen Vesper realizes what he's done. And however, Troy Ryan knows Jack Johnson a lot better.
Yeah.
And I don't think Troy Ryan is going to come and help. Jensen Vesper is going to get his butt kicked all over the venue, and he's going to look for Troy for help, and it's not going to come because Troy knows better than that.
Yeah, agreed. Like, I honestly think that Jensen will be looking for the help of the king, and it won't materialize because I personally think the king's a bit chicken shit when it comes down to things like that.
He will prioritize his own match and his own safety. Obviously, he's got his own title match, which we'll talk about in a minute. But he's not going to jeopardize that for someone who he does see as a jester. He sees him as a joke.
Yeah.
Vesper has managed to worm his way in, but Troy Ryan has no respect for him. Troy Ryan genuinely does see him as the court jester. Jensen Vesper thinks he's best pals with the king, and that's just not how it is.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to get a very rude awakening on Friday when he's basically hung out to dry. And yeah, I think the Salford fans will give him enough shit, and then Jack Johnson will probably dig a grave for him because you try and slag off Salford and it doesn't land well with Jack Johnson. So
yeah, I mean, Jack definitely has got the upper hand, you know, with being the hometown boy, you know, all the crowd are going to be behind him. But I don't know if the monarchy have got something up their sleeve and, you know, are going to try and worm a victory out of this. I don't know. My heart wants to say Jack. It really does. I'm just worried about what the monarchy are going to do.
Like you say, we don't know. I've said Troy Ryan obviously will defend his own safety, but he's also a very, very clever man. And he has a tag team partner who we haven't seen in Salford yet.
True.
He has a lot of friends. There's nothing to say that the monarchy is only Troy Ryan and Jensen Vesper.
Yeah.
We could just not know. They could be recruiting people behind the scenes because Troy knows he's not going to be able to come and save Jensen on that day. You never know what's going on. The possibility of other monarchy interference, I wouldn't rule out, but I do think my prediction is Mr. Johnson. I think Salford will be erupting in applause for their hometown boy, and if there wasn't a King of Salford match going on that will probably take the main event, I think that would be the main event because I think the fans are going to be so invested in that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I still, as much as my heart wants to say Jack, I still can't. I don't know because again, we don't know if there's more of the monarchy like lurking or whatever. So I'm gonna abstain from giving an answer to this one purely because I just don't know.
And you're calling Troy Ryan chicken shit.
I am calling him chicken shit because he is like, yeah, he just is. And I'm doing it because I want to save face. I don't want to look like an utter twat by giving a really bad prediction. Like, I've done a lot of them in my time. Like, we know how bad I am at doing this. Although the Night of Champions that's just happened, I only got one thing wrong. I was quite impressed with myself on that, so I was like, go me. But yeah, so I'm not going to give an answer. It's too close for me to call. You know, like how like the other one was like 49-51. This one is full on like 50-50. Like that's how thingy is, and I can't call it. And as much as I want to say yes, Jack Johnson will absolutely batter the living shit out of Jensen Vesper, which he will. I just don't know if that means he's going to pick up the win.
Yeah,
like it could be that Jack batters him that badly that the ref goes, no, like we're done, kind of thing. Like this is my theories. So I don't know. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
We will. Before we get on to the main event, there have been a couple of people announced who were there basically to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, apparently Aitonstein's got something to say.
Yeah, Aiton's going to have a microphone. I mean, as long as he doesn't want to drink somebody else's blood, I'm okay.
No, you don't have to listen to him do his overdramatic, let me clear my throat bullshit up over and over again.
I mean, yeah, we probably are. But, I mean, he's not scheduled for a match.
Thankfully.
Which, after the last show, I'd have thought he would have been.
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be a lot on his mind that he wants to get out there. So he has been granted time by Salford City Wrestling to obviously come to the ring and discuss whatever it is. I mean,
Salford fans let him speak. They did a very, very good job of last show not allowing the big picture to say what they wanted to say.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Salford fans, they are loud.
Yeah.
They will shout you out of the building if necessary, which I think is amazing. It's the kids. The kids are the worst, aren't they? They're just feral.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's amazing to see because they literally will, like, I think at one point, didn't they try attacking somebody?
Yeah. Yeah, they were helping Jack Johnson. They were giving him weapons. That's last show.
Yeah, like kids from Salford, absolutely smashing it. I say this as a parent of 2 children from Salford. Yeah, so obviously we've got that scheduled, and also we also have the return of the banter bus. They are scheduled to appear now. Again, they haven't been scheduled for a match. They are just scheduled to appear, but we all know that when the banter bus are there, we're going to have a fun time.
Yeah, they are named the banter bus for a reason. Uncle Ryan is genuinely one of my favourite humans in wrestling.
I do Uncle Ryan.
He's just there's no words to describe Uncle Ryan. Uncle Ryan is Uncle Ryan, and you can't contain him. I remember I was the Sov Pro show where Les Battersby first appeared. Somebody decided that the best person to keep an eye on Les Battersby was Uncle Ryan, and I don't know who made that decision, but it really wasn't working. Les was far too determined to get involved, and Uncle Ryan was just running around the ring after him like, ah. However, he is this time accompanying Thelwell, and Thelwell is not Les Battersby. Thelwell is a very, very talented, dangerous human being when he wants to be. So yeah, I love the banter bus, and I missed them last time they were at Salford. That was the show that I missed. So I'm very, very excited to see them. Again, both Manchester boys, so I'm going to assume the crowd will warm to them.
Yeah, the last time they were there, the crowd absolutely loved the banter bus.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved them.
You can't not like the banter bus.
Yeah.
Like, they're brilliant.
Yeah, I think it helped that the last time they were there, they basically had fun at the expense of the bigger picture. So I think that helped. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be in for a treat with whatever the banter bus throw at us.
To be fair, they haven't been announced for a match. They may not be scheduled for a match. We don't know. But the bigger picture also are not scheduled for a match. And if that's the case, that the last time they were there, they took the pee out of them, could we see the bigger picture?
See, I'm not sure, because I think after the last show and their absolute decimation by Andre Decker, I don't think they're returning to Salford. I think they have packed their bags and taken their balls home.
Possibly, but they may think that Banter Bus is an easier target than Andre Decker.
Possibly.
If they've, I don't know.
I mean, you never know. They might have bought a ticket.
There's always a back door. We're in Salford.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, pay off on it, Dom, and I'm sure you'll be fine. But yeah, so we could see the bigger picture arrive. We don't know. They're not scheduled. They're not, they're not down for a match or anything. So but it's wrestling. You never know what's going to happen.
We'll be glad to see
It's
the
always subject to change. Like,
Yeah.
So we'll go to our main event then. So our main event is the previously mentioned Andre Decker taking on the king himself, Mr. Troy Ryan. This one's gonna be a battering match.
Yeah, I mean,
Boys, like,
as we've just said, Andre Decker, the last show, took out both of Bigger Picture on his own, half cut by the looks of it, with the bottle that he came out swinging. So if he's coming in prepared for a match against a man the size of Troy Ryan, someone who we know has a reputation for lifting people over his head and either dropping them on the floor or throwing them at a wall.
luckily the ring is away from walls, so at least we know we're safe there.
Are we? He managed to throw someone at a wall in content at Atomic, and the ring was far away from the wall.
Yeah, but luckily there's people around, seating around the ring, and then there's the stage. So I think we might be okay. Possibly, I don't know. Yeah,
If Troy Ryan wants a wall, Troy Ryan will find a wall.
that is very true.
But yeah, I think that is going to be an absolute barn burner of a match. That is going to be two big dudes standing in the ring, beating the ever living shit out of each other. Troy Ryan does not want to give up his crown,
No.
and Andre Decker thinks that Salford deserve way better. So,
I mean, to be fair, we do. I'm saying this as a Salford like citizen. Yeah, a Salfordian. Like, not born in Salford. I can't claim that title. Born in Yorkshire, have become a Salfordian. But yeah, like, we deserve better than Troy Ryan, I'll be honest, because where has this egomaniac come from? Because he was such a lovely guy. And then he's come to Salford and he's just an asshole.
Power goes to people's heads. Put a crown on him and he thinks he's God's gift.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I kind of want Andre Decker to, like, deck him and take the crown. But again, the monarchy, if something's going to happen, it's going to be this match it happens in.
Yeah.
So, smart money would say Troy Ryan continues to be the king of Salford.
Yeah. But heart very much.
I hate to say that. Yeah. It's like, so it's just
it's difficult to see who could take the crown off him, because you look at the Salford roster, and there's loads of diversity in it, there's loads of talent in it, there's loads of different styles in it, but I can't see anyone that I would put money on to beat Troy Ryan.
I mean, with how his demeanor is currently at Salford, Dave Birch would probably stand a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he thinks he's got something to prove, and he takes issue with that. So he's been on a bit of a tear lately. I mean, Jack Johnson deserves to be the king of Salford.
Yeah.
Who represents Salford more than Salford? But obviously, he's had
Jack is probably the one person who I think would have he would have to be clever about it, and he would need the crowd on his side 100%, because Troy is that big and that tough.
Yeah.
He likes throwing people at walls, but he is a frigging wall.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Jack Johnson has the passion and the drive to take it off him. It's just whether he can tire him out enough.
Yeah.
That Troy's not just going to pick him up and drop him.
Yeah. I mean, could we see, I don't know, somebody brand new to Salford come in and take the crown? There's always that option. Like, Salford's roster is always expanding.
It is.
Is it possible that we see a new face come in and want to have a crack at the crown? Could we see one of the ladies decide that they want a bit of jewelry? Like, could we see one of them decide that, you know what, I can do this? I mean, they'd be mental because Troy is a big guy, but them ladies are mental. I would just put that nicely. They are a bit insane. So
also, Harley is in a stable with a very big guy in Alton Thorne. She's used to sort of hanging with the big guys.
Yeah.
Wouldn't put it past her. But also, do you know who I would absolutely love to see come in and take that crown off him?
Go on.
Anderson Daniels. His own tag team partner to come and knock him back down a peg or two, bring him back down to earth. Because we all know Anderson. Anderson is so lovely. And he will be, if he saw the way Troy was behaving in Salford, he would be absolutely disgusted. And he is who I could fully see taking the crown off him, because he would knock him down a peg or two. Or could, if we do see Anderson Daniels joining, will he end up joining the monarchy? In which case, I think we're
Salford screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see Anderson Daniels at Salford. I really would.
We'd be in the same situation we are with TNT. You've got Temple of Malin with the tag team titles. You've now got Lana with the women's belt. You would be looking at a similar sort of thing. You would be looking. Lily Winter would be looking to put her name on the women's division. Not that she hasn't already, but as soon as there is an opportunity, she will be the first one to say, "I deserve this."
Mm.
And if you had Troy still as the king with Anderson Daniels backing him up, nah.
Yeah.
Salford's done.
Yeah. Oh, we have a Wild Harley.
In wild pants.
Oh, there is RVD pants.
Oh, okay, that
What have you not seen the RVD shorts?
Careful, you might get pregnant.
It's been fixed.
I've ordered 2 more pairs.
Yeah, he has genuinely got more weird and wonderful shorts coming to my house, and I'm just like,
I've got 5 pairs of shorts coming tomorrow. It's just only one of them's RVD. The other one was delayed by customs on the horrible ones with Dragon on.
Just see what I have to live with.
I'm just coming to sit in here so I don't kill those 2.
Yeah. So hang on, we only asked Gav's opinion on the first match. So Gav, who have you got winning between Lily Winter and Harley Harris?
Lily Winter.
Lily.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Natalie Sykes and Alfie?
Alfie, she's nuts.
Put it nicely, yep. Jensen Vesper and Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson, easy peasy.
And Troy Ryan and Andre Decker.
Troy, he's not going to be able to do it. Troy's too big, too strong.
Okay, and we now have another person. So, Mr. Dodd.
Hello.
So you've not heard all the match card.
Rapid fire, just name them off at it.
So match 1, you've got Dave Birch, Bentley, Jack Barron, Philip Michael, and Alex Boylan in a 5-way. Who you got winning?
Oh, I like Dave.
He likes Dave. There we go. Second match, you've got Lily Winter versus Harley Harris.
Lily.
Another vote for Lily. Third match, you've got Natalie Sykes and Alfie. Alfie. Then we've got Jensen Vesper, Jack Johnson.
Salford, isn't it?
Salford, isn't it?
And then in the main event, you've got Troy Ryan and Andre Decker.
Big man that I'm glad didn't tackle me into the stairs.
Troy Ryan.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, fun story, Harley got tackled into some stairs by Anderson Daniels for the love of wrestling.
I remember you saying.
That's still blame Ken Shamrock.
Just Harley, just from nowhere, Salford, innit?
I want to say that does have to be clipped and done something with, because
it was the preview for the thing. It's just Salford, innit?
Yeah, that does have
to be fair, it's the answer when Jack Johnson's around, really. It's like Jack Johnson's done something mental. Salford, innit?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, genuinely, did you see his promo after his appearance at TNT?
Yes.
The big jaw out here because he'd broken it previously. And basically, he was just,
Friday how court went, to be fair. It must have gone all right, otherwise he wouldn't be there on Friday.
yeah, we've got, oh, actually, no, I've not heard from him. Have you?
No, but Salford would have announced it by now if he wasn't coming. He'll be fine.
And the prisoner put his stuff away.
Yeah, we better keep an eye on that one, hadn't we? So yeah, but we always do say card is subject to change. So if Jack Johnson isn't there due to unforeseen circumstances regarding court, then obviously you'd know it's highly possible it might be a different match. But we've got to think positive.
Salford, innit?
Yeah, court date, Salford, innit? The card itself looks to be a solid card.
Yeah,
I can't really find fault with that.
No, I'm not surprised that it's sold out.
And it's a nice, concise 5 matches, not 10.
Yeah, 5, maybe 6. We're potentially thinking a banter bus match. It's a nice card. It's short, sweet. There'll be brilliant wrestling because they're all talented. The crowd's always amazing. It's always full of families. The kids absolutely love it. I'm really, really looking forward to Friday. It's going to be a really good show.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pointless trying to say come and join us because you
can't. Yeah.
But there will be highlights on socials. I'm sure there will. We may do a little review show. We've said we were going to do one for the last 2 shows. One show we completely forgot, and the last show yesterday didn't happen. So,
fortunately,
yeah, we made a review show. But yeah, if you want to join us at Salford, make sure you keep an eye on their socials on Friday night, Saturday morning, because there should be a ticket link for the next show, and we highly suggest you buy them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, basically get them as soon as they're announced because they sell out like a month in advance. Like that's just what happens now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I say, like I can't remember the last time I've known a wrestling promotion sell out consecutive shows that early.
No, Atomic have sold out the majority of their shows, but it's tended to have been as the last people have been announced, and it's been sort of 3 or 4 days before the show. But they have sold out the majority of their shows. But Salford doing it so far in advance is
without any matches announced or anything. It's just like, yeah. So yeah, like if you're gonna be there because you've already got tickets, amazing. We will see you there.
Well done.
Well done. If you haven't, then obviously, you know, like Lauren says, keep an eye on Salford City Wrestling socials, follow the links, get the tickets and things like that, because these shows are incredible. Like they are worth going to, and it's reasonable price as well. It's not expensive. They do deals on family tickets, things like that. There's always a raffle, which always has great prizes. Obviously there's the merch store where I'm usually situated, selling both raffle and merch. And obviously the talent come out, you know, during like half time or, you know, at the end to sell their own merch, to, you know, speak to people, and it's just good. It's great fun. Like
it's
get to a Salford show. You'll have fun. Just not this one if you don't have a ticket, because
Instagram, Salford City Wrestling is their handle. No underscores, no hashtags, no Salford City Wrestling. And you will find all the details of the next show when it's announced this weekend.
Yeah. And Harley did say he's not looking forward to the show because he's unfortunately not going. So he's a bit fuming. But you only have one child to look after. I'm taking the other one.
Yeah, true. I've just strip her bed.
So yeah, we get to have fun. You get to enjoy watching my child run around like a lunatic while I'm doing other things. And yeah, this is the only thing I don't enjoy about Salford shows, how you get to actually enjoy the wrestling and I don't.
Well, I might help you.
You love me, you always do.
We'll do some swapsies.
Yeah, we'll keep
do a match.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be great, and you know, it's going to be nice to see everybody. It's going to be nice to be at a show because it's been a while since we've been at a show. obviously we were meant to be at one yesterday, unfortunately didn't happen. There were issues with the ring getting to the venue, but we'll see each other on Friday. We'll have a good show, and
hopefully we'll see a lot of you guys there as well.
Yeah, and we will plan some more weird and wonderful things to review and predict and whatever else we can do. Sounds good. Right. Thanks for joining us, guys. And my next podcast will be out 2 weeks from this. So make sure you.
Crow?
Huh?
Was that Callum Crow?
That is Callum Crow. That is a good one to watch.
Very good one.
Make sure you tune in for that one. Also, obviously, don't forget, go back onto our YouTube channel. You've got the HJ show. That's always a good one.
Star Wars with me tomorrow when that one comes out.
There you go. When the HJ show from today, it gets released tomorrow. Obviously, by the time this comes out, it'll have been released 2 days ago. Go back, watch it. It is usually always fun because it just erupts into absolute insanity. Standard. Obviously, you've got the Scottish guys doing their podcasts. You've got just some weird and wonderful shit on the channel. So make sure you go and check it all out. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those weird and wonderful things. And we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.